Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect and all the brothers pushing his work in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Kamine from GMS Toronto coming at you with another video. So yesterday I came across a video on YouTube which, this guy, I just 78 Sports TV. I usually watch a lot of his videos. Um, he made a video yesterday because he's a big supporter of African American fighters, right? Um, and he's a big supporter of Clarissa Shields, right? And everyone is a big supporter of Clarissa Shields. If you're into, the combat scene of female boxing, which I'm not, but Clarissa Shields is starting to get ahead of herself, and she's been saying these things for years now. I think 4 years ago, Chronicles of Judah made a video about her calling out not Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, saying that she can beat Sean Porter, right? And Keith Thurman. These men are levels above Clarissa Shields. They are stronger than Clarissa Shields. They are faster than Clarissa Shields, right? All the things, they have testosterone. Clarissa Shields has little testosterone. She's a female, estrogen. Maybe she has too much estrogen and she's getting too stupid. But she calls out Keith Thurman, right? She thinks that she can beat a man. You know, she's I guess she's in the gym boxing men, right? Boxing dudes who she probably dominates in training or whatever. And the funny thing is, most of these guys out here, they'll probably let her get her licks off or whatever. Because if as a man, if you're sparring a girl and you decked her in the face real hard, your coaches get mad, right? Um, a lot of people get mad, but they want the girl to, work and whoop your ass, right? There's an example of this of Pat Barry when his wife, which is Rose Nama Eunice, whatever her name is, she was sparring Melvin Gillard, and Melvin, she was lighting up Melvin Gillard because I guess he was going a little light with a chick, and he's like, oh yeah, she was lighting him up, she was whooping his ass, and next thing he decked her in the face, and then Pat Barry, he got angry, right, because Melvin Gillard decked his wife in the face. Meanwhile, when she was getting her punches in, um, everyone's like, oh, he's lighting her up, she's lighting him up, she's lighting him up, right? The moment he switched it up on her and let her feel that manpower, then everybody has a problem with it. So Pat Barry proceeded to beat up Melvin Gillard, right? Because Pat Barry's a heavyweight, Melvin Gillard's a 155er. Um, what's her name? Rose is a 125er, right? So this is the same thing that will happen here. Clarissa Shields, she's in the gym. Those coaches probably telling those guys, hey, don't punch her too hard, let her work. And she, her damn ego is starting to get it's starting to get a little bit too big. So she needs to be humble. So here she is calling out Keith Thurman, wants to fight a man. Okay? Close to Shields, I have news for you. There are men in these streets who don't train boxing every day that will beat your ass. I will beat your ass if you and I were to fight. I'm not losing to Clarissa Shields. Okay? Much less to Keith Thurman, who trains for men. Okay? These women need to be humbled, man. Right? Keith Thurman should, I think Keith Thurman should invite her to his gym and spar her and put it on her, man. For her to know that you don't come into the public and disrespect me like that. Right? Because by her calling you out, calling out a man who the world in the boxing world at one time held this guy in great esteem, right? He was up there with the top welterweights, right? He still only lost to Manny Pacquiao, and she thinks, she only has 9 professional fights, by the way. She haven't even crossed 10 fights yet. This guy has over I think he's 39 on 1 or some shit like that, or 29 on 1. Right? He only lost to Manny Pacquiao, and this woman thinks she can beat up Keith Thurman. So she says she starts her training camp already. I mean, I don't want to see this garbage happen, because this whole intercrossing with men and female competing with each other, and you're not no GWOAT, okay? You're not the greatest woman champion of all time. You're not the greatest woman fighter of all time, because I know if you were around for Ann Wolf would have beat your ass, okay? Anyways, let me get the scripture, right? I'm gonna get Trimble, ye women that are at ease, because she's our ease. She's at ease right now, right? Isaiah 32:9, and it says here, um, rise up, ye women that are at ease, because Clarissa Shields, she's at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. You have to be some kind of stupid and careless for you to think that you're gonna beat a man in a professional arena. This is not tennis, right? Even tennis back in the day, when that woman challenged that dude, I think he got paid to lose, right? Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall he be troubled. Shall ye be troubled, ye careless women? For the vintage shall fail. So Clarissa Shields, you're gonna be. The time is gonna come when you're gonna have to prove how tough you really are as a woman, right? If you think you can beat men, the time's gonna come, and you will be humbled, right? They always talk about, a man being humbled because he's talking shit to another man in before the fight or whatever. Oh, he got humbled. No, that's not being humble. That's being confident. But there's a big difference between confident and delusional. Clarissa Shields is delusional. Okay, she will be humbled, and another woman needs to beat her ass for her to be humbled, right? Because if this was back in the day, in the ancient world, you won't have shit like this. A woman knows that her strength is through submission, but this bitch thinks her strength is through strength. You can't go fire with a man. You can't go toe to toe like Evander and Bo. Okay, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. You women are going to be in a low state, right? Including you, Clarissa Shields, right? Clarissa Shields and women like that, uh, you know, I just read that right now. Fans stunned as Keith Thurman accept Clarissa Shields call out for mixed gender fight, Salakia, so long as it's done for charity. And I really don't want to see these two go at it, but I would like to see her get her ass whooped, just for her to know that you're not on the level of a man, okay? You're not on the level of a man, right? You don't have that strength. You don't have that mental fortitude. You think you're strong, but you're really not, right? You're beating up a lot of girls who are subpar fighters, you know, and it's easy to be undisputed in the women's division. It's really easy because the competition of the women are not that high, right? The talent pool is not that high, so that's why you're leading by that far. They keep staying there, keep doing what you're doing. You'll see another if another girl don't come and beat your ass, right? It happens in the sport. Someone will come and beat you, right? So Keith Thurman needs to humble her. I mean, I wouldn't do it on camera because I don't want these girls. And actually, I want it to be on camera because these chicks need to know that you don't challenge a man when it comes to a physical confrontation, right? And he should give her a bloody nose too, and a KO, because she needs to, or he shouldn't even KO her. He should just beat the shit out of her, right? Beat her down for her to know that you don't call me out in front of the whole world, right? But then everyone's gonna be like, oh, if he fights her, you know, he doesn't have anything to gain, or he beat a girl or whatever, right? That needs to happen, man. So shut it down. Fucking Satan, man. I can't stand these people calling.